Well, exploring this world for its levels is gonna be fun. Hey everybody, it's BONDofGAMES and welcome back to some more Splatoon. In the last episode, we completed World 2, and in this episode, we're going to be doing World 3. Now, just like last time, these levels are going to be pretty out of order as far as exploring the world and finding them all. But I will be completing them all in order. So here we go, that's level 11. And if we go to the Sunken Scrolls, we can tell that the next level we're looking for is 10. So, again, closest one to the start, wrong level. So let's explore all over the place, and once again, I explained this before, but I never really showed it off, but if you shoot one of these small sections, they don't link up to the big one. You have to shoot the big ones in order to move on. Now, let's hop down here, get this one that's pretty obvious, right close to us. Okay, level 13. Work our way up. I believe there's nothing at the top but the main boss level. Still gonna go all the way around just to make sure. Alright, but here's a simple one. Just go right across. Don't even have to worry about any wall jumping or anything. It's just right there. Alright, level 14. See that one over there? And here's another thing. You can jump on these from anywhere. You don't have to come through one of the opening portals. You could just jump right on them. So try shooting from afar, and that could be kind of a shortcut. Not really, but just a way of jumping on one platform to another without having to go all the way around. Oops. And I almost fell right down the bottom. Okay. I should keep a world, like, a hub world death count. I'm at 1 so far. It'd be embarrassing if this soon I already get a second one. Let's make this jump right here. Climb up. Now let me double check. Alright, that's level 10, and I believe that is all the levels. We got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're missing 15. There's one more level, and that's actually way down here. Yeah, the one you don't have to climb for is the last level. What sense does that even... I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and question it, though. Let's jump all the way back to 10. And now let's start the actual level playing. Alright, Ink Rail Skyscape. Walking a fine line. Alright, let's see what the gimmick is. And hopefully this time around I won't miss any Sunken Scrolls and have to redo anything. Alright, so right off the bat, not too many enemies, not too crazy. But now you've already learned the gimmick. Instead of launching ourselves all the time, we're going to make a habit out of slingshotting our way through a zip line to the majority of these extra sections. Now I was making sure there are no power eggs around because, again, I want to collect as many as I possibly can. And I don't think there's anything down under any of these platforms, so let's just move right on ahead. Same goes for here. Just jump right over, kill everybody, move on. I believe if you fall off, you just have to climb your way back up by jumping on like this and then jumping up to the top level. Alright, so we got a checkpoint. And right up there is where the Sunken Scroll is. It's actually around the back, so glad I remember this one right off the top of my head. Because sometimes, like, the ones that I've missed... Oh, wow. The ones that I've missed and had to go back to collect have been, like, very specific ones where you just gotta stop and look at a specific time, and I was too distracted by wanting to move forward, and I was basically doing what I told everyone not to do. Just skip right on ahead. Find out the gimmick of each stage and then try to move your way up. So here, you're dealing with the gimmick a lot. You're shooting all these different sections, but right here, these go straight up. This one goes all the way around though. So when you jump in this one, there you go, suck and scroll. Alright, so let's move all the way up. And heave-ho! Alright, hopefully I don't die anymore. But, okay, these guys are being a little rapid. Okay. Time to be cheap. And being cheap wins again. And man, if that isn't just the long road of finding out what's ahead and what you have to do, I don't know what is. Like, there are those times when you're given a sneak peek of what's coming and you have very little time to prepare, and you get one good look at what's about to come and you have to react really fast. This is one of those times. Oh no! I had one more to go and I fell in the water. So, yeah, coming up here, you're like, okay, a lot of enemies. There's a giant ring. Oh my god, there's water. Oh, but there are power-ups. Let's see what I can do here. Let's make the most out of that Inkzuka, but honest. Oh no! Please don't land. Okay, thank you. I prefer doing it this way, actually. I don't need no Inkzuka. I just gotta charge and shoot him in the face. Especially when they have no aim. Like, once you dive on the ground and you chase after them again, that's it. They're screwed. Alright, so Launchpad Ahoy. Another one of those sections where you just gotta destroy all the enemies and you just move on. I still never even used the Inkzuka. I could save it for another section if I need it. Alright, final checkpoint. And oh my god, the zip line. Alright, giant last section. Zapfish is above. And why is the final checkpoint easier than the previous section? Just literally jump up, shoot them, jump in, jump up, shoot them. That's it, we're done. It's kind of weird how the final section is way easier than most of the level. I mean, maybe if you haven't found the Sunken Scroll, you might still be looking for it, but it really wasn't all that bad. But as per usual, level 1 in each world is pretty simple. Alright. With the creatures of the surface driven to extinction by rising sea levels, the ancestors of the Inklings were free to haul their 10-legged bodies up upon the abandoned land. This is how the Mollusk era began. So the evolution of Inklings. I mean, I'm so surprised that there aren't specifically 34 levels in this game. Like, okay. Level 12. Flutter Junkyard Renegade Robots. Let's get it. Alright, this looks kind of post-apocalyptic. And now we've got flutters. These things can't be destroyed, but they're not like those other ones that basically eat up the entire map. No, it's not something that can't be destroyed that just kind of mildly inconveniences you. They can kill you, and they mop up all your ink and change it into their own color. So these guys are going to be a little annoying at times. They're not too bad to deal with, so you don't have too much to worry about, but in later levels, when they're abundant, they're going to be a pain. But as per usual, the first time they're showing up, going to be pretty simple. Now we've got a key to find, which is right here, but I'm gonna have to wait because... Oh, please don't turn... Ah! He would turn my way. And he's going so slow. Okay, almost fell off the side. Okay, didn't want that. Alright, mild mishap, but so far so good. And I think the Sunken scroll is actually right up ahead. It's one of those fork in the road kind of deals. And you have a choice of going all the way over there or coming over on this side. Now let's jump right off and get right back under here. Sunken scroll, and we can shoot our way right back up. So if you come on this side, it's pretty obvious. There are different ways of connecting the two. So, okay, jump over here. There's ways of connecting the two, so the box being down there, almost obviously a Sunken scroll. Now, it could be a bunch of power eggs like that, but I don't know. To me, it's pretty obvious. Alright, moving on. Checkpoint. And these guys just love to start hiding in giant bundles of their own ink. They're getting a little ridiculous at this point. And they've actually got an arrow pointing this way. I never even noticed that arrow. I just kind of shot the boxes like, oh, way to go. And I went through it. Now, once again, a vault. So we got to find the key. Now, let's see if we uncover anybody by doing this. No? Nobody? Huh. Okay, well, he's in the back. Okay, no. Okay, well, I accidentally found the key. I'm just trying to live. I'm not going for a key, man. My sole intention was to shoot to kill, not shoot to key. Moving on. Once again, we got propellers, so now we're getting to the part of the game where we're reusing a lot of the same mechanics. And this is only World 3. So as we move on, there's going to be a lot more you got to work with. But again, I've said it through every episode so far. They do such a good job at easing you through and then raising the difficulty as it goes without making it way too easy or way too hard at a specific time. If you find it way too easy, that's because you've already mastered the previous section and you're just good at combining the two. And also, this is why I love the sequel. Please, okay, he turned all the way around. I'll take that. Alright, he moves a little bit faster when he sees you, so don't let him see you. Now, where's that key? I believe it's actually all the way on the opposite side. Never mind, it's not here. Okay, bye-bye. Get me in my ink, please. Thank you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God! They're everywhere. They're targeting me. I know that's kind of the point, but... Oh, jeez. All right. No. Leave me alone. Oh, wow. There he is. The only enemy we found, and he was the one with the key. Whew. All right. That was a little nerve-wracking. Huh. Now, do I want the Zeph? No, I'm going to come down here and give me some collectibles. There we go. And now on the top of these guys, again, old mechanic coming back. Can I please get in there? No? Okay. Oh, shooting actually gave me enough power to move forward. Alright, so those were the renegade robots. Not the most fun guys to deal with half the time. I mean, once you're on their heads, it's fine and dandy, but when they're chasing you, Alright, so the first battles of the Great War ended in victory for the Octarian forces. The diligent Octarians easily dominated the Inklings, who were unable to wake up early enough in the morning to defend themselves. So first you feel bad, and then you're like, served them right. Also, I missed level 11's Sunken Scroll. I need to stop doing that. Well, that explains things. I accidentally went out of order. I jumped the gun by going to level 12. Let's go to Invisible Avenues, level 11. Find your path. Now, this one's interesting. So right off the bat, like, alright, something to shoot. Oh, it covered invisible platforms. So that's how this works. I love how the game just teaches you how to play by letting you play. It gives you an incentive to do something, and then you just figure it out that way. Like, most games aren't like this nowadays. Like, it's not the hardest game in the world. Wow, I didn't jump at all. Anyway, it's not the hardest game in the world by any means. But the fact that it teaches you how to play and does such a good job at it, I'm just a sucker for it. They just did such a good job designing this campaign. Alright, let's move around. Got one platform up here that I can go up. Makes it pretty easy to jump right over. Oh, I thought that was her jumping over to me. That was just ink splattering. Alright, let's get all my ink back. And move on. Now, as I've said, finding all the sunken scrolls usually have something to do with the gimmick of that specific stage. So, ow! So with the gimmick being invisible stages, I think this is one of the most obvious sunken scrolls in the entire game, not counting the first one where literally all you gotta do is climb this gigantic tall tower. But then again, actually, this one you can actually see without even trying to see. Like, look. Big box. Oh, the walls are being covered up. How do I get down there? Simple enough. And then this is actually an invisible floor. So, pretty simple. And again, kind of obvious when it goes with the gimmick, and the gimmick is invisible, like, walls and floors. How do you miss that one? Anyway, here, this is a very fun section. Because you're trying to find the one hole in the entire wall. I'm not going to go ahead and do all this now, but basically you can cover the entire wall. There's only one little section to go through, and you got to find it. Like, it's just so... This game is beautiful. The challenges are simple but effective, and as far as the general gameplay and the design, there's nothing but good to be said. All the problems with the game have nothing to do with the actual gameplay, but more so like the fact that you can't skip the Squid Sisters whenever they're talking, whenever you start at the game. The lobby, whenever you're trying to join a match, you can't like change your weapons while you're in the lobby. You have to completely disconnect and then reconnect and try to join with your friends again if you're playing with friends. So those little things are annoying, but for the main game, like while you're playing, the game is near flawless. Again, for the gameplay itself, not just the entire game in general. Okay, can you please leave me? Bruh. Here we go. Stop them just long enough so I can get up here. Finally. Alright, so such a thin walkway. Best not to be a squid now. I'm nervous just watching. Yeah, Captain, I would agree. Such thin walls, such thin... Okay. Thin walls thin floors. Not always the easiest thing to maneuver around whenever enemies are coming at you. Whoa! Whoa! I jumped clean off the wall. That almost killed me. Alright, final checkpoint and armor right off the bat. Let's see if I'll actually need that. Hopefully not. Because again, I can use this cheap tactic. But if you let these guys all ambush you at once, look, they keep appearing one at a time. This is why using bombs of any sort as a distraction is one of the best ways to play this game without getting hit. Because they're so worried about the mines, like, exploding, they're going to keep an eye on them. And they really don't even worry about you. And they really don't even stop to shoot at you until after they're gone. Which is another huge plus. I actually killed one of them by complete action. I was just throwing it up there. Alright, there we go. Oh, hold up. Oh, that was a Zapfish barrier. I thought that was a balloon that you can shoot and explode all over them. But, alright. Let's make sure I've got enough wall covered up in case I miss the jump. Better be safe than sorry. Alright, so invisible avenues. And considering they've reused every gimmick so far and just added them all up together, invisible pathways at some point, ooh, that could be a problem at some point. Knowing when the invisible barriers are there, that's one thing, but having to find out when you randomly show up, I love this game. Twice a year, the Inkopolis Collection Fashion Show captures the hearts, minds, and wallets of the city's youth. Is there no room in these creatures' minds for anything but battle and fashion? Nah. I mean, what else would you worry about in life? Alright, so make sure I'm going in order this time. Alright, level 13. Shifting platforms. So we've had invisible platforms. We're gonna have shifting platforms. We've had enemies that are platforms themselves. They're throwing a lot of platform stuff at us at World 3, so we've got some work cut out for us coming very soon. Alright, can I please hit him? Thank you. Alright, a lot of power rays just from the get-go. Not even that hard to collect. I'll take it. I'm at 413. I'm not too far from upgrading a couple things a little bit, but I'm way more worried about the ink tank and the seekers. Probably these bombs. Like, I keep forgetting what they're called. They're just, I think these are suction bombs and this is splat bomb or something. I don't know. These guys with their blast radius I'd much prefer over my fire rate on my gun and the suction. Like, I just don't like these guys. Like, look at it, it didn't even kill him. It's a little bit of ink to cover a little bit of section, but besides the fact that you're aiming, there's really not much point to it, I find. It's just not all that great. Alright, so let's move on. Kill you, kill you. Alright, and there's armor in plain sight, so let's go ahead and collect that. Because when you got free armor, that can mean the entire difference between life and death. You might as well just grab it. And if they're giving it to you so easily, odds are you might want it. Now here, they take shifting platforms to the extreme. And once again, shifting platforms is the gimmick. but it has nothing to do with this sunken scroll. So this is probably the first example where the basic mechanic or the gist of each level has nothing to do with the sunken scroll. And you could probably argue that for World 1, but at the same time, World 1 is basically trying to get you to climb walls and stuff, so that's why I say it that way. Alright, but let's move on. A few balloons here and there. Not too many power eggs, unfortunately. Okay. This is the first time that I'm dying right at the end of a section, so that's disappointing. I literally just had to make that jump and be at the next sections. Oh well. Make our way through. Ah, and these guys respawn, and I completely forgot about their existence. Good thing this Splatoon music is just extremely catchy, because as repetitive as it is, I'd be going crazy if I was constantly listening to all this, but the music is actually very good. I love it. I wish there was more of it, but for what we've got, I've enjoyed every piece of music from every mode or section of the game. Right, but like I said, look, the section was right there, and it was the final checkpoint. I really did not need to die right there. Alright, more armor. Yeah, that's another thing. I got the armor before, and then died to gravity. I didn't even need the armor. I just needed to survive. No, no, no. Okay, good. There's another platform here that I was not entirely aware of, but it's here. I'm alive. I'm fine. Kill you. Thank you. Goodbye. Alright, we're at the last stretch. Now here you're gonna have to kind of jump between each one, because there's no way you'll be fast enough to just jump all the way from one to the next. So let's get on here, move around, get up on top, climb on this one, and we're done. So a lot of interesting mechanics in World 3. Alright. Heralded by loud explosions, the great octo-weapons quickly stormed the Inkling's central stronghold. Victory for the Octarians seemed all but certain, but due to a plug being carelessly pulled from its sockets, their hopes were dashed. Did you know you can wear up to 3 pieces of armor? Yeah, cool. I actually never explained that, but thank you, Captain. Alright, but ignoring the slightly comical, uncomical writing, like, I don't know, I like it. I get guilty pleasure from it. Like, I shouldn't like it. I'm 21 years old. That should not be entertaining me, but it is. So, sue me. Don't actually sue me. Like, what are you suing for? Mr. Jonathan enjoyed the writing in Splatoon. 25 to life. Oh, jeez. Level 14. Oh, look at that silhouette. Octoling Assault. Skirmish at the skate park. Octoling Assault? Alright, let's see how hectic things get. Again, freaking Plants vs. Zombies sound-alike music. That doesn't sound anything like the beginning of the Plants vs. Zombies theme whenever you do one of the challenge levels. I guess I'm the crazy one. I don't know. One of us is crazy, and it's most likely me. And I'll go ahead and take the fall. It's probably me. Anyway, okay. I do not want that. I want Seekers. Thank you. Oh, well, that's not going to do much for me. Low ink. Had I not had low ink, that would have been a little bit different. Oh, wow. You want to just jump right behind me. All right. If you insist. And yeah, they can do anything you can do, so it's really all you gotta worry about. Alright, so we got some armor, and pretty much just follow the power eggs and you'll get to the end. And I don't remember exactly where the Sunken scroll is in this level, but let me see if it's actually back there. Because in all these open levels that are based off, like, the multiplayer maps, they can really be anywhere. And you can really go down any path, and that's actually it right there. So again, as far as like speed running and choosing your path, this game does a great job at letting you pick your path, and then you can get extras based on which way you go, or you can just skip right to the end. So like this section, you probably know from playing with it online. But as far as collecting everything, if you want the Sunken scroll, it's way at the end. You have to get to the last platform in order to get to it. Otherwise, you can go the long way and collect all these different power eggs, which I probably should have just done from the get-go. That's kind of funny. The final checkpoint being way out this way. Just because of, like, the path I took. I just find it kind of funny. Alright, get those last few power eggs, and it's a really good thing you don't need to touch all the power eggs. You can just shoot them and be on your way. Now, where are you guys? I barely even been fighting you. I mean, I've been seeing your stuff, like your weapons, your ink. Oh, there you are. One last power egg for the road. Let's go. So really not long of a level at all. That might be the shortest level yet. But there are future levels like that, you could be very assured. Alright, Lady Luck shone down on the Inklings, and historians today agree that the Inklings' victory over the Octarians was mostly due to their superior number of limbs. Mostly due to their superior number of limbs. So, had they not woken up late, and had this power been staying plugged in, they would have won because of their number of limbs? If you say so. But alright, as far as levels go, that's the halfway mark in the game. Not counting boss levels, of course. So let's do the last level in this world, and then take on the boss of this world. Undeniable flying object. A whole new meaning to the acronym UFO. And look, already a giant level. Looks like an Octo Striker, Agent 3. So, now we got another big level with an Octo Striker. And you can choose between a different number of paths. And they got these guys everywhere, so be wary of them. Now, can I please make this jump? There we go, okay. Checkpoint right from the get-go. I might as well just go get that. Now, where's the Sunken scroll? It's on the other side. I was wondering if it was this level or another one, because some levels are reused, but they've got completely different challenges along the way, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Alright, so let's kill these guys, and I believe the Sunken scroll is right here on our upper right. Okay. Right up there, that chest will crate. There you go, you can already see it. Let's make our way around. And there's so many enemies, and the problem right now is, look, they're all giving you one, and there's not too many power eggs all over the place. So, they're really starting to become scarce. If you want to grind for power eggs, you might as well do it in an earlier level, or find a level where there's a straight line guided by power eggs that take you from the beginning of the level to the end. Because this is definitely not where power eggs are abundant, I'll tell you that much. Let's follow these. We got the Sunken scroll. Now here you have to walk, so it's a guaranteed ink strike. It's just a matter of how fast you can act whenever it starts appearing and where it appears. Alright, so we've got a bubbler, which is basically an unbreakable shield. And you can see in the top right corner how long it's going to last. And there is, I think that's the third piece of armor. I haven't even broken any of the armors yet. Now I can come over here and kill a couple more enemies, I think, unless I killed them all. Yeah, there's a section I already killed them all. Never mind. Done forgot where I've already been because I've gone to each section a couple times. Now, is there anything on this side? No power eggs or nothing. Alright, well. Launch pad ahoy! That awkward noise, though. Alright, and these guys are so easy to kill. Just boom. Oh, low ink. No. No ink strike, please. Alright, now we're good. Covered up most of the section, so I just gotta charge and shape. Wow. He actually broke the first of my armor. And these guys are somewhat easy to kill so long as you just charge after them. But I wanted to get at least a couple more power eggs out of all the other enemies. Now what I never bothered trying, which I probably should have done right there, is they have enemies by these things. Why not just go in a circle and grind for power eggs there, unless there's a much faster way, or that's not even a possible way. I don't know. Let's save the Zapfish. And now we're going to take on the boss. Alright, this is the only existing photograph of the legendary Squid Beak Splatoon. The young man folding his arms appears to be the leader. Yeah, they saw him, you know, hat, outfit, yeah, okay. When this picture was taken, the Great Turf War had been raging on for over a year. So this turf war was chaos, but was able to be written about in a comedic way sometimes? No! I hate when I accidentally do that. I'm about to come out this way. Now to make our way all the way up to the top. So which is actually our best way of doing that? Definitely not 15. I didn't realize I clicked on that one. Then to go to 14. And this is actually the closest. Good. Alright, so I chose right in my head. I picked wrong on the gamepad. Alright, so let's come along this way. Unfortunately, I don't see a straight shot to it. You kind of have to climb the wall. No, excuse me. Let's jump and get on the wall. There we go. No. Oh, come on. See, getting to the levels is sometimes harder than the levels themselves. Jeez. Move it. And then a way to go right down. So, had I already climbed up the top and unlocked this, there would have basically been a warp from the very start all the way up to the top. Probably should have done that from the get-go, but oh well. Roll with the punches, the rampaging Octo World. Now this guy? Kind of interesting. I said interesting. Not uncreepy and not weird looking. And unfortunately, like most of the bosses, he just waits right after, ouch, right after the Zapfish sees you and gets that last second of hope, like, yeah, I'm saved. Not really. Anyway, here, what you want to do is actually fill up the center with a bunch of ink. Now, the level's kind of gonna evolve. Okay. Yeah, the level's gonna evolve a couple different times where it's gonna be a little harder and a little more specific on what you gotta do. But here, let him charge at you. After 3 jumps, there he goes. He's gonna sink in the ink. But as you saw, there wasn't enough ink. So, I have to spray a little bit more area and have just enough for him to sink. And this could actually help a lot too, just throwing seekers at him and letting him start sinking earlier. There you go, the tentacle comes out, shoot the tentacle. And now things get a little more challenging. That is so creepy. Okay. Revolving platforms. Once again, the center is probably your best bet. But try to fill things up before he charges at you. And it's still pretty simple. Now the hard part actually comes last. I mean, go figure, but by more challenging, he breaks the platforms, and now there's a bunch of glass everywhere, and you can't spray the glass. So now you have to get him right whenever he's passing a certain section. Like right here, he does not have nearly enough to sink. Now, had I filled up this last section a little more, maybe I could have gotten him in that one go. But just considering how he was maneuvering around, I didn't have enough time or enough ink. So there you go. The center is your best friend. And Seekers make this battle a lot easier. Just shoot them right at him in 2 different directions so that there's enough ink, like width-wise, and he'll sink right into it. Let's go around and get all these power eggs in the Sunken Scroll. And I like how the Zapfish are literally in light bulbs. I haven't even mentioned that yet, but the dome that's protecting them is a light bulb. A little attention to detail like that. Hot dang, Agent 3, you're on fire! But I've got a bad feeling about, well, I'll just go take a quick look for myself. By the way, I've been meaning to introduce you to Agents 1 and 2. Once we're all assembled, I'll bake some Krabby Cakes. Yeah, his favorite food. Cuttlefish. I know it's fish, but whatever. No. You? It can't be. Time to face the music, old-timer. What? What? Wait. Roar! Stop. No! 1 cuttlefish. ... Alright, so another blueprint. Anti-octopus weapon blueprints. Designer Moses Schellendorf again. Ammo knights. Booyah. Right. Just another blueprint. I wish they'd done a little more with that, but that's how it's always been. And now we're moving on to the next world. And look, seriously, in the story of the history, everything came undone when one power plug came undone. Now whenever the power plugs are short-circuiting, it breaks down everything and we can move on to the next area. So, whose fault is it really that I'm winning right now? Alright, moving on. We have a lot more to do to reach the next world, but now that we're finally here, what do we do to get here? Zip lines, propellers. And then some. So once again, save 6 more Zapfish and then finally take on the boss of World 4. Thank you all very much for watching. We have some exploring to do. And we'll do that at the beginning of the next episode. And until then, leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.